Salut tout le monde, c'est Atto, bienvenue dans ce nouvel épisode de l'aventure FF16. Là, on vient de vivre un combat contre Hugo qui était vraiment très bien. C'est-à-dire qu'en termes de mise en scène, en termes de fanservice, en termes de musique, en termes de gameplay même, franchement, c'était tellement cool. Que ce soit l'arrivée dans la capitale, les quelques boss qui l'ont composé avec notamment le curl, et puis derrière, évidemment, le boss qui a terminé ça. C'était assez costaud. Maintenant, je pense qu'on n'est pas très loin de Titan, donc à mon avis, cet épisode, il va être encore assez vénère. Donc, juste, on va profiter, d'accord ? Allez, c'est parti.
Just look at the state of you. You're more of a wreck than this place. Is this what you call taking better care of yourself? No more excuses, your ladyship. I order you to rest.
Fine. I'll rest.
Don't worry, Gav. She's in good hands.
But we should have never let her fall into Hugo's. Back when he had some like. The question is, where is he now?
And what the hell were those royalists doing there?
I was wondering about that all the way home.
Otto may have heard something. I'll talk to him.
And I'll talk to Tomes.
The lawsman. About what?
About your faithful hound for a start. If any four-legged friend's ever done that before, I'm betting Tomes will have read about it. But what I want to know is, what happens afterwards? It's all well and good Torgal saving our arses, but if it costs him what it cost Jill...
Right. Let me know if you learn anything.
Will do. And you do the same, eh?
Jill. Listen to Taya.
I will. Thank you.
C'est rigolo parce qu'en fait, ce jeu, quand j'y pense, il a exactement la même façon de fonctionner qu'FF14 sur le côté de la gestion de son intensité. C'est-à-dire vraiment des moments hauts, extrêmement hauts. Ah, on a chopé les pouvoirs titans, ça y est. Et puis derrière, après, ça se calme, t'as des petites quêtes, tu te balades, etc. Et puis après, bam, ça repart. Alors, je vais évidemment juste regarder un petit truc au niveau du tableau, parce que ça me rend très curieux, bien sûr. J'ai envie de savoir un peu au niveau des chasses comment le jeu fonctionne, parce que là, j'en ai fait quelques-unes quand même. Ah, il y en a une nouvelle, donc. Le limon carnivore, d'accord, qui est même pas affiché d'un point de vue visuel. Ah oui, donc il doit y avoir quelques boss sympas quand même. Hein. J'espère qu'il y en a pas mal. Au moins une page complète, quoi. Parce que là, ça me fait peur quand je vois que, en gros, on passe de B à C directement. Enfin, pardon, à A directement. Et vu que je pense que le max c'est S, bon, si on peut ne pas avoir que 12 chasses, ça serait bien. Après, peut-être qu'ils prévoient des petits trucs en termes d'extension ou quoi, je sais pas. Je sais pas du tout.
Otto. Is now a good time?
It's not a bad one. How's Jill doing?
She's been better. Taya's making sure she gets the rest she needs.
Good.
Any word on Kupka's movements?
Vivian's doing what she can to try and track him, but she's feeding on scraps. We've sent ours out to the curse breakers and their other friends in the west, asking them to keep their eyes peeled for anything unusual. No leads yet. But it's only a matter of time.
All right. Let me know when you find something.
There he is. All right, Clive. Still busy saving the world.
Mid. When did you get back?
Just now.
What about your studies?
Adjourned. Since Hugo Kupka invaded Rosaria. All the canvas in uproar about it. He's gone mad. He's turned rogue. It'll be us next. You try concentrating with all of that.
All right. You win.
How long will you be staying this time?
Dunno. A while, most likely. Any road, while I'm here, I was hoping you could do us a favour.
Mid. You can't just expect me to...
Please, oblige her. While we are busy tracking down Kupka, you should have a little time to spare.
Professor! Now there's a face I haven't seen in a while. Shouldn't you have it buried in a dusty old tome?
I did, Still a familiar trill pricked my ears. As ever, your exuberance is a breath of fresh air, which successfully scattered the painstakingly assembled fragments of my thoughts.
I'll take that as a compliment. Well, Clive, you heard the professor. So, I'll meet you in the storeroom when you're done.
Wait, hold on! Breath of fresh air? Bloody tempest, more like.
Oi, Otto, you got my gill?
Huh? What are you on about?
My fee for bringing Mid across. She said you were paying.
That little... The storeroom, was it? I wonder what Mid's plotting.
You took your time.
I'm a busy man, Mid.
I'll get to the point then. I want to turn the room down there into a workshop like the one I had at Dad's place.
Mid, you've only just come back.
And I've been thinking about it for a while. Dad said I had a knack for engineering, told me everything he knew about it, then sent me off to Canva to learn everything he didn't. That was his dream for me, that one day I'd put my studies to use for the good of the cause. But I'm helping no one stuck at school. I've studied enough. It's time I put my knack to work. I know that I can help the people here, and I want to do it.
Well, well, well. If Sid could see you now. All right. I'll tell Otto you'll be staying.
I knew you'd say yes. Which is why I wrote up a list of jobs for you.
For me?
Who else?
What do you want me to do?
First things first, I need equipment and materials to start making my own. There's the designs for the stuff I need and the stuff it needs smithing from. The other materials I can work myself. Just need a generous benefactor to lay them on for me. Apart from the wood, I'll need a carpenter for that, but I can just borrow yours.
Is that everything?
For now. I'll let you know if I need out else.
Ok. Le perso est trop cool, hein. Très bien, très bien. Alors là, on est reparti pour une petite halte, là où on s'attendait à avoir le combat titanesque tout de suite. Finalement, peut-être pas. Bon, après, le nom de la quête, c'est si près du but. Est-ce que la méta est totale? Je ne sais pas. En tout cas, on est parti pour un bout de contraste, un bout d'accalmie. Alors, c'est vrai que ce jeu est quand même très étonnant. Il y aura tellement de choses à dire, mais la phase qu'il y a eu, qui était un peu une grande longueur, je vous en avais parlé, c'était après Garuda, tout ça, m'avait semblé éternel. Et vraiment, là, j'ai l'impression que le rythme du jeu est quand même bien plus maîtrisé entre les moments de mou et les moments où ça part dans tous les sens, quoi. Là, franchement, depuis qu'on est arrivé sur le deuxième gros segment du jeu, je trouve ça vraiment, vraiment, vraiment top.
Just now. She's planning to set up a workshop in the stores and ask me to buy her some materials.
Ah, Clive, what brings you to the rest?
Our home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter.
Aïe 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 aïe. Le retour du charpentier sauvage. Ça sera le running gag, c'est sûr, mais là vraiment en termes de quête FedEx, celui-là il nous a mangé une fois, il va nous manger deux fois, quoi. C'est vraiment sans pitié.
Place is a ruin. Far as I know, he's still there.
I'll look from there then.
Et bah allez, on est parti pour tartiner du monstre en quête FedEx de l'enfer. Ah la chute. La chute vertigineuse. Alors que juste avant je vous disais, c'est bien, le jeu il a mieux géré son rythme et tout ça. Et là, bah, on est en train de tomber ensemble. Ah écoutez, au moins on peut se soutenir, quoi. Vaut mieux en rire. Aïe aïe aïe, terrible, terrible, terrible. Ça va que le jeu arrive à nous amener haut juste après ça et juste avant ça, parce que vraiment il y a des fois tu te dis mais pourquoi vous avez mis ça dans la quête principale en fait? Quête secondaire pourquoi pas, mais pas la quête principale, au pire c'est pas grave, ton jeu il fait 20 heures, il en fait pas 30, mais au moins pendant 20 heures tu pètes un plomb tellement tout est ouf, quoi. Mais là il y a vraiment 10 heures à faire sauter pour que le jeu juste sorte un peu du cahier des charges du AAA, mais en fait juste soit ouf tout le long, quoi. C'est vraiment trop bizarre. Mais bon, c'est voilà, le quest design c'est une affaire aussi de, comment dire, de contrainte. Et là vraiment on voit la contrainte. La contrainte c'est tonton Square qui dit non mais par contre il fait pas 20 heures votre jeu là. Moi je vous file pas des centaines de millions de dollars pour que vous me fassiez un jeu de 20 heures hein, donc allez vous faire foutre et vous mettez des quêtes, tant pis hein. Oui mais les gens seront pas contents. Non mais on s'en fout. Ils veulent 30 heures je te dis. Comment on fait la com sinon? Et c'est vraiment ça hein. Faut pas voir plus loin. Aïe aïe aïe. Terrible. Allez. Ruine-moi cette vous ivre en attendant. Bon là ce qui est bien c'est que par contre j'ai changé un petit peu d'équipement là, je voulais pas montrer mais j'ai acheté des trucs. Et concrètement ça se voit. Ah non. Oh nul. Oh j'ai fait n'importe quoi. Bon c'est pas grave mais là j'ai géré les dégâts vraiment salement. Faut vraiment que je me serve plus du chien hein. En plus il fait des patates quand même hein. Il fait combien? Ouais 46 c'est pas non plus c'est pas non plus un truc de fou. Mais bon quand même. Aïe. Voilà. Le petit tirabile évidemment qui fait le taf. Ah, au doigt et à l'œil. Ah parce que j'ai dû lui donner je sais pas combien d'ordres depuis le début. Oula attention. Ça me fait toujours très peur. Allez on tue. Voilà. Créature vaincue. Et je crois qu'on passe de niveau. Ah pas encore mais on en est pas loin.
That should do it.
You made short work of that lot. Thank you, son. Now my folks can rest in peace once more.
How long is it since the village was abandoned?
Oh, people started packing their things after the duchy fell. Between the Blight and the Imperials, you just couldn't make ends meet. Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon left. Oh, it may as well have been a century, looking at the place. This isn't the Cressida I remember.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't be. Can't live in the past, no matter how nice it might have been. Soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, it's on to your hideaway. I'll meet you there.
All right, Clive? You've all done then?
I am. I've placed your various orders, and a carpenter by the name of Bernard is on his way from Martha's Rest.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Clive.
Is there anything else you need?
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all my plans drawn up. So as soon as Bernard gets here, we can get to work. I can't wait.
Allez, on va voir ce que ça donne maintenant. On a accompli cette quête, on passe niveau 30, on a les 2000 PV, hein, les choses avancent tranquillement. Je pense qu'on terminera le jeu niveau 50 et que le New Game Plus nous mène jusqu'au niveau 100, j'imagine.
Let's see how Jill's faring.
Ah, Clive.
Talia, how's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves. Ah, that's right. He went to ask Harpocrates about Torgor. He must have found something.
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgor. Where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Torms?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other...
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal!
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
Il y avait un jeu de mots dans la phrase en anglais, mais on va pas revenir dessus. C'était glauque.
Introduce us so we can get to work.
I shan't be a moment.
Il a pas dit seeds, hein.
Brilliant.
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot. Starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive, I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
For your trouble. 'Twas a pleasure, in hindsight. Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens for your favourite uncle is here!
L'oncle, il est délire. Très chouette perso dans l'aventure, vraiment très très chouette perso. Pouah, c'est beau.
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmecs will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmecs to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, Your Radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
Ah, my dear nephew, how I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dhalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you. It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly, her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes. It seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waludas who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned. And where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
Terrible parce que la quête s'appelle Si près du but. Et c'est si long. Mais c'est pas grave hein. Mais ouah. Oh le tunnel. Oh le tunnel qu'on est en train de se manger. Et encore je vous le charcute pour vous le rendre plus cool hein. Mais poids. Terrible. Allez, en route pour l'aventure Byron, je suis prêt. Fais-moi rêver.
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Ok, bon bah du coup nouvelle zone enfin en termes de visuel qui d'ailleurs je trouve pour le coup marche extrêmement bien, beaucoup plus que la zone ouverte dans les zones un petit peu d'herbe vous savez qu'on a eu sur le départ de l'aventure. Là on va dire que la synergie direction artistique et technique finalement fonctionne à merveille. Allez, et ben écoutez on est parti pour se rendre au relais. Alors je vois qu'on a pas mal de petites choses potentiellement peut-être à voir et à visiter, ça a l'air quand même assez grand, on pourrait regarder peut-être la carte en 2-2. Ah yes, quand même. D'accord. Donc après on pourra monter et j'imagine voir d'autres choses. Alors élément intéressant quand même aussi c'est de voir dans quelle mesure les chasses seront quelque chose d'intéressant à visiter, à proposer. Ça, on verra tout ça évidemment plus tard. D'ailleurs il y a une chose que je n'ai pas fait. Attention, n'oublions pas les bonnes habitudes. Le point lore bien sûr. Alors, la République de Dalmékie, une république constituée de 5 provinces situées au sud de Verponant. Randella en est la capitale. Hugo Kupka, qui s'est installé au pied du cristal mer de Krogdrak, a fait de la garde nationale son armée privée. Il est bien décidé à terrasser Sid, son ennemi juré. Bon, Hugo, on a toutes les infos, y a pas de problème. Et Byron, quand même, je crois qu'on n'a pas trop regardé. Donc c'est le seigneur de la cité côtière de Port-Iseux, oncle paternel de Clive et Joshua. Il reste loyal aux idéaux de son frère aîné adoré, le défunt archiduc Elwyn. Depuis l'annexion de Rosalia à Sandbreak, l'influence politique de Byron est réduite à néant, mais sa sécurité et son train de vie sont assurés en échange des impôts importants qu'il paie au gouvernement d'occupation. Il utilise ses activités commerciales comme couverture pour apporter une aide financière aux gardiens de l'Étincelle, un groupe de rebelles composé d'anciens gardiens de Rosalia. Et là j'ai un doute, je crois que je vous l'ai déjà lu. Mais c'est pas grave, au pire des cas c'est pas un souci, c'est la révision. De toute façon voilà, ce sera l'occasion de voir qui suit dans le let's play là. Hein là chez vous là, vous l'avez déjà entendu ça ou pas? Moi je veux savoir hein, parce que du coup si je commence à redouter je vais commencer à m'inquiéter. Bon en tout cas il y a des chocobos rouges. Alors c'est rigolo parce qu'encore une fois évidemment on pourra penser à la ivalicisation du jeu. C'est à dire que là en fait tu me le mets en vue du dessus en 3D ISO, c'est FF Tactics hein. Concrètement, d'ailleurs c'est même plus drôle que ça, c'est que là on est sur un nouvel arc de ce FF16 et je crois même que le nouvel arc de FF Tactics, parce que du coup lui aussi fonctionne par grands chapitres comme ça, attaque dans le désert de cette manière avec ce genre de personnage. La seule chose qui nous manque c'est les monstres propres à Ivalice bien sûr, ceux qu'on retrouve d'ailleurs dans FF12. Allez, on va avancer, c'est très classe, hein. C'est très classe, la zone est magnifique. Et quand soudain... Ah non d'accord. Alors je me permets de vous préciser un petit truc, c'est très joli hein, vraiment j'insiste. Je voulais pas mentionner depuis le début mais oui, il y a peut-être possibilité qu'à un moment il y a un live qui pop qui soit du coup sponsorisé par Square Enix concernant FF16, donc peut-être que le prochain épisode sera sponsorisé, je vous dirai, je vous tiendrai au jus. On verra ça, ce sera dit en début d'épisode si jamais c'est le cas. mais parce que du coup vous l'avez peut-être pas compris, parce que j'ai vu des messages qui en parlaient. L'aventure est intégralement faite offline, dans mon coin, tranquillou. Et donc ce serait exceptionnel qu'il y ait des sessions live, et ça pourrait en faire partie. Oh, regardez ça, la ville est magnifique. Waouh. Waouh, c'est tellement Ivalice.
Look, there. Those are ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stone here. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal? Would you rather be my squire?
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, we'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Kupka, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you!
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in Camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two.
Come on.
Friend.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
Ok, l'ambiance est très cool. Hein. L'ambiance est très cool. La manière dont c'est géré en fait dans le lieu, plus la manière dont fonctionne un peu cette nouvelle synergie finalement avec l'oncle, que je trouve vraiment trop cool. Pour le moment, le personnage est vraiment génial. Allez, et bah écoutez, on va leur régler leur compte comme on a réglé le compte à tellement de PNJ maintenant. C'est que ça commence à en faire des combats mine de rien. Allez, petit grappin. Tellement hâte de voir les autres pouvoirs aussi pour voir un peu ce qu'on pourra faire de différent potentiellement dans le gameplay. Attends, viens là toi. Ok. Ok. Tu charges. Et oui, bon bah allez, on tue. Salut.
It's you.
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Clive.